Scrapping in my own private Idaho, and today I have this fun sketch as I am participating with 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and this sketch is by Kristen Foster, and it is day 18. Actually, I am about 8 days behind. I kind of catch up and slide back, and it's all good. So, when I'm looking at this sketch, the main thing that I see are these colorful circles. I am needing several Easter layouts, so I thought what I would do is I would make this one an Easter layout. It was kind of difficult to arrange the Easter eggs so that it looks in a pleasing way. I actually had to step back a little bit, and I will be trimming that one off, and I'll show you how to do that. So how I started my base was, I started off with the base page, and I was going to do this as a 2-page layout, but I kind of ran out of ideas and I'm running out of time. So I just went ahead and made the base. I will add something to this later to make it a 2-page layout. So this bottom, so the paper pack that I'm using today is called Easter Joy, and it is a Stampin Up DSP. It is a little bit thicker. It's the cardstock is a little bit thicker, and it has kind of a plasticky film on it. It's, if you've ever used paper from the paper company called Pro Play, it does remind me of Pro Play's one. So this is one sheet, and I have used this. This is my third layout from this particular paper pack. I made a 2-page St. Patrick's Day layout out of this one, and I made a previous Easter one. That one might have a process video, I'm not for sure, but it's very bright and beautiful, and I will have, and the picture, now her sketch, oh, let me show you the rest of the pack. So that's this one, and then there's a stripe. I like it when paper packs have a stripe in it, and then we have this color. This is the back side. And I think this is what I have left of it. So I've done, like I said, it was my third layout. So, but I still have quite a bit left. And so I have enough that I'll probably make some more Easter layouts out of it. I did substitute, so she has two 2x3s. I know that this layout is going to be for the family portrait. We always, Easter is one of my favorite holidays, and we always have lots of family, and we take all of our pictures either at the Easter egg hunt that Deer Flaps puts on, or we take a large one by the fireplace. At any rate, I decided that I would use a 5x7 because that way we get a good picture of everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and place my 5x7 down. So this one was 2 inches. Like I said, this one's 2 inches. This one was, I believe, 4.5, and then this one is 1 inch. So what I used for, I needed some Easter eggs, and this was so bright, it was hard for me to come up with what paper to put with it. So I had some shimmer. Can you see that? And it's kind of fun because, you know, eggs aren't just flat. They kind of have a sparkle on them because of the coating on the egg. So even when you dye them, they have kind of that with it. So I used the shimmer paper that I had in my stash. I am going to place this 5x7 1 inch down and 1/2 inch in. And then I'm going to just space my eggs. This would be cute. You could do this. This could have been a sports page. It could have been a bubble page. It's super, super versatile, and I'm so happy that Kristen shared her talents and this beautiful sketch with us. So Christy's Beautiful Life, it's 30 days of sketches. I did see when I was watching some of the videos, someone had put it that was 40 days, and I'm thinking, oh, I think we'd all die if it's 40 days, because just doing the 30, obviously, because I'm far behind. So how I did these eggs was, this was so much fun. So I've been kind of organizing my stash and trying to use what I have in there. And this is, and we still have it, this is irresistibles. So what I did was I took my irresistibles, I looked on the back of my pack, and it listed all the colors that were in here. So it listed Shy Shamrock, Pretty Pink, Pretty in Pink, Balmy Blue, Shamrock, Shy Shamrock, and Daffodil Delight. So I took those inks and my irresistibles, and I actually, I did this one because I wanted it to be dark. I literally put my, so I cut out an oval. I had a nesting oval. They might be Stampin' Up. I don't know. I had some. So I ran it through, and then I just took the ink pad and went right across it on the irresistibles. And I like it because it really does. Irresistibles cut in ovals is a perfect way. So if you're looking for some Easter egg layout, Easter egg icons for your layout, this could be any color. The nice thing about the irresistibles is, and I'll put that a link to irresistibles in the, and also the Easter Joy. Last time I looked, it is a little low in inventory, but I will put that down. So but I think they made such cute Easter eggs. So this one was the Star Irresistible, and my irresistibles might be older, so I don't know if these exact shapes are on there, but you can read on the website which ones they have. So I'm going to do what she did, and I even kind of tried to follow her colors a little bit because I'm not great with colors. So I thought, well, that will give me a little bit. So this is going to take a little bit longer because I got a lot of stuff, and so I'm kind of work backwards. So I'm working from, it's kind of go the angle, and of course some of it's going to go under. Things that are hidden, I'm not going to do. So I'm not going to put eggs underneath if they're not going to be seen. So that's going to go off there. And mine doesn't look as good as hers because eggs are not circles, so they're not quite as cute, but I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to use this. So I'm tucking them underneath. I'm going to share my title with you. So I did a print and cut. So I have this, I saw this cute little title. It says, "It's not about the bunny, it's all about the lamb." And I had this cute, so this is a sheep. This is a sheep punch from Stampin' Up, and I'll show it to you. I've used a lot of product this time. So this was a punch, and so I had the stamp, and so I could have made him a bobblehead, but I don't know, and I might, depending on if this winds up on a calendar, I could make this a bobblehead. And if I made it a bobblehead, I think I'll put his bow underneath that way. If I make him a bobblehead, the bow won't keep him from having his head wiggle around a little bit, because that is way too fun. So so this is a I'm all about titles. I think really what makes our scrapbooking unique is the titles that we use, and I try not to use those that are overused, and that's why a lot of times I won't use the sticker sheets that come with the Stampin' Up, or I do a print and cut, or I'll cut it out on a Cricut, because they just don't have the titles, and it's impossible. I mean, we're all different. It's impossible to come up with a title that everybody's going to use. And so this one says, "It's not about the bunny, it's all about the lamb." And I got to thinking the other day, it's like, so the point of scrapbooking is that we tell our family stories. And yeah, I feel like what is missing from my family stories is just the strong faith. So when I'm including the stories of our family, I don't think you would know our family unless you knew the strong faith that we have had, and just the many things that God has done for us, and how He's just done miraculous things. And so I was so happy to be able to put this on my scrapbook layout. So what I did for this one was, it is just a title, and I'll share the link, but you might want to adjust the size. I should have made it a little bit smaller, but I knew that the picture was going to be big, and I resized it about 4 times. So what I did was I just did a print and cut. So this is a print and cut. It's available on the Cricut, and I will link that. And I just go to a print and cut. I did not, for whatever reason, I couldn't attach it to an oval. It wasn't working that day, so I just did the print and cut, and then I just cut it out with an oval. So anyway, but if you want to do something with this title, it's really cute, and it really is indicative about how we feel about Easter and all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and make my eggs reach up there. They kind of look all kind of goofy, and I probably take a little bit more time this time because I'm trying to make it all go across so that you can see things. So yeah, I'm up late tonight because I took a I love napping, but it kind of throws my schedule off. It's like I have such a weird schedule now. I think it'd be really hard. Good thing I am retired. So I'm going to put that one right here just so that kind of goes through. And I might move things around. A lot of times what I'll do, I think the best thing, and it's true when I was a quilter, that's true as well. Sometimes when you get so close to things, you can't really, what do they say, you can't see the forest for the trees. I think that's how scrapbooking is sometimes. You can't see the things that you're doing because you're too close to it. So this is a cute little basket, and you could weave this basket. And I might, if I have time, I'm trying to get all the Christie's Beautiful Life thing done, but I might show at some point how to make this basket, because this basket, you could make this 3D very easily, and I might mess around with that a little bit. So I'm going to have this overlap a little bit. I'm going to adhere it right here, and I think I'm trying to decide. I will decide later. I'm just going to kind of pull it down so you can see what I'm doing. I could probably put a pop dot. Now I'm going to put my little eggs in here. Don't put your eggs all in one basket. How many of your mother said that? It's like, or they give you money. Like when you got money when you're little, my mom would always say, don't spend it all in one place. And it's like, I never understood that. It's like, why shouldn't I spend my money all in one place? I mean, I think it was to say, don't spend all your money all at once, but yeah, it didn't exactly turn out that way. So I'm going to put a little grass in here, and this grass is actually, I have several sets that I'm working with today, because I do love Easter. So I'm going to put this. This has been, so this is from the catalog that came out on, or it might be an exclusive, came out just recently, and I have to say this was I'm going to put this because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck, to give it a little bit of height, I'm going to tuck it. I'm going to tuck my little title, because I'm all about the title. Oh, that would be cute. I might, should I have that little, well, I don't know. I might put that chick on there. What I did was there are a lot of dies in this set, so this is the set. This is what it looks like. These are the dies. I do have the stamps that go with it, but you can see this is the one that is crossed, and then you can weave the basket, but I'm not taking the time to do that today, but it's way so much fun. I had so much fun with this. But this has been, since joining Stampin' Up, this March, online, no, it's not online. Well, actually, the online exclusives was my favorite one they had. They had that cool, the cool soccer layout that I've been able to work with, and they had this, And so it's definitely been my favorite catalog of all time. I can hear people moving around in the kitchen. They're probably wondering why I'm up to. So I'll put that one right there. And then I'm going to just tuck in. I have to tuck this so that you can see, because I want you to be able to read it. That's the point. So I'm going to have this all overlap like this. And so it's not about the bunny, it's about the lamb. And I'm going to just put that right there. Oops. All this is so gluey. There's so many layers on this. When I'm filming, I always go really light because, yeah, if I change my mind, okay, I'm going to put that right there. And if you have access, you could also create this if you don't have, I have Cricut access because I pretty much use my Cricut every day. Because like I said, I use a lot of paper, and that one needs a little, it needs a smaller egg. I'll find one later to put right there. Okay, so because I have that there, I think I'm going to have my little lamb right here. And I think I'm going to pop him up a little bit. And then I'm going to have, so I have what she has right here. This is my title. And I'm just going to put fun little stuff on here because I cut it all out. I always watch Kelly Baxter's Snips with Kelly. I always watch her stuff, and she always cuts everything out. So if you do that, I think it really does help, because then you don't have to stop and cut out more stuff. So I thought with this, if I have a lamb up here, I think I want to have the bunny. I might have several. This bunny's over here. He's not sad that it's not about him, because he just wants to, the bunny wants to point to Jesus, which is the Lamb of God. So he's going to put this right up here, and he's going to hold things. And maybe what this little, no, because then I'm hiding my lamb. So I'll probably just monkey around with this a little bit. And I might add some more things later, but this was such a, if you don't have a Easter, a lot of Easter stuff, there's a lot of cute stuff at Stampin' Up with the Easter stuff this time. So, and this is from the paper pumpkin. I could add, I'll show you some things that I could add to this. So I have these little, what I like to do, so if you see my carrot, how I do the Stampin' dies is I cut them out twice. I cut them out in the color like the carrot. I cut that out in a die, and then I just chop this part off, and then I also do it in green. And that way it gives me a little bit more depth, because I'm not a great colorer. So you can see this one, see how he's plain, and I could color him in. So people that like to color could do that. But what I do instead is I will die cut it twice, and then that way I can have, I don't have to color. So anyway, so this is the start. I'm sure I'm going to add, I'm not a great embellisher, and I don't think anybody wants to sit and watch me monkey around because I don't know how to speed the thing up. So what I'll do is I will stop here, but I will probably add some things like, see, there's these fun, so this is the paper pumpkin. I love it when the paper pumpkin matches. So what I thought I could do with some of these is I could put like little clusters of things to add some more interest, and put some flowers up here like this, so that it's kind of like a scene. So I'm gonna play with that a little bit, and so when you come on to see this and you look at the first picture that it's, so say the title, that is what I finally ended up with. But it is about 12:30 at night, and I'm just going to go ahead and stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe. I hope this gives you some ideas about how you can use fun titles either make up your own or use the ones from Cricut, and so you can add a little bit of faith to your scrapbooking and reflect your family's values, even with your scrapbooking, because you are telling the story of your family. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.